I'm Paige. I'm a junior, transfer junior. I went to Hunt's Gymnastics, and I'm a general studies major.
I am Nicole Artz. I'm a senior majoring in elementary education and language arts, and I went to Champion in Holland.
I'm Olivia. I'm a sophomore, and I went to IK Gymnastics in Chicago, and I am majoring in communications and minoring in creative writing.
I'm Lexi. I'm a freshman, and I went to IGI in Illinois, and I'm undecided for my major.
Did you find the transition from like a lot of practicing, which I take a lot of all of you guys did, to like only a few hours, like really hard, or was it like good, or how do you guys feel about that?
It was wonderful.
It's
It's all condensed, I feel like, and it's very helpful because you're not doing like a 30-minute long warm up of beam, and then you're doing like you're training what you need to be successful, like for season and for meet. So
yeah, it's like here we go 30 minutes of training room, which is like getting taped, rehab and whatnot, 30-minute stretch, and then 3 45-minute rotations each day. You do essentially bars and beam every day, and then vault and floor twice a week each. And then we kind of thrown in like a drill day each day for every event, so you have a day off here or there. But it's really nice. It's a lot better on your body, and it's just a lot more focused on quality versus quantity.
And you move quick.
Yeah, I like the way Paige puts it. It's like we're not working any less hard. It's just a lot more condensed, and everything happens in just a shorter period amount of time.
good question.
Yes.
Is school really hard? Like going through it and stuff?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's tricky.
Work hard, and use your resources. You're fine. Like some people will say it's really hard, but they're not like studying, or they're not like doing what they need to do to be successful. But I think it's like the academics are very useful. Like I feel like I'm learning things, and like as long as you can manage your time well, which you should be able to do because you're a gymnast. I mean, you've been on a routine structure your whole life. Like, it's not bad. You just have to work hard and be committed to it.
And it's about like finding what you want to do. So if you want to like major in bio, I don't know why, but if you wanted to, don't take like any like sort of like philosophy class because you like probably not like it. And so you'll like your freshman year you take a lot of like those kinds of like pre-reg classes, but then you'll like learn what you want to do, and so you won't take classes. You'll take classes you don't like, but you won't take classes that you're like, this literally does nothing for me in the future. Why am I taking this? So that makes it easier to study things you like instead of doing stuff that is pointless to you.
Yeah.
Did you guys like know what you wanted to do? Like,
I still don't.
no.
So I was pre-med coming in. I wanted to be a pediatrician my entire life. I hate science, so I'm gonna a little disconnect there. But I thought maybe I could learn to like it and whatnot. I didn't, but I still wanted to work with kids. So now I'm in elementary education, and it's a lot of work and a lot of time. Like I have class 8 to 4, but if you love what you're doing, like it's so worth it. It's so rewarding and a lot of work, a lot of hard work, but time management and utilizing your resources is the most important thing.
Like go to depending on where you're going, they'll have like different career things. It might be scary. You might not like really want to go to that, but go to those things.
Even as a freshman.
Yeah, go meet with advisors, talk about them, like what's out there, what's available. That's like what I didn't do at my first school. I didn't really like get the option to like experience like what was out there, but like now I realize you have to like really apply yourself to the resources and use them. Like I went to a career fair expo thingy and just like talked to different businesses, and like it just opened up on what's out there and the possibilities that the world has. But yeah. Yes.
How did you get schools to like notice you?
So a lot of self-talk. You have to what's the word? Initiate a lot of things. So phone calling schools, emailing schools,
Filling out questionnaires.
questionnaires. Every single college has recruited questionnaires, I swear. On their website. You have to go on it, fill it out, send it to them, send it again, and send it again, and send it again, and just keep sending it until like I don't really know what year they can contact you anymore. I don't know any of those rules. But like calling them and emailing them I think is the biggest thing, and just like saying you're interested, saying why you're interested, ask what you have to do to like attract their interest and whatnot. And yeah, it's mainly, and it's awkward. We talked about that. Like it's awkward at first, like calling and be like, hi, like I want to go there, and like talking about yourself. But like that's what recruiting is. It's talking about yourself, and getting yourself out there.
to offer.
The coaches are not awkward though.
Yeah.
Like,
They do it
sort
every
of
day.
thing.
Yeah.
So you might think you're being super awkward. You're not.
Yeah.
Or you might be, but they don't. Well, like they're not gonna be like, wow, this girl's awkward. Like it's an awkward process.
Yeah.
I'm like a cough attack in the middle of a phone call and you just say, hold on. Cough my lungs out. Okay.
But they're not gonna like, sometimes when you call them, there's like an awkward silence and in your head they're like, oh my god, what do I say? And sometimes they like don't say anything, you kind of go like, so yeah! It's kind of like awkward, but they do it every day. So
Yeah.
Does the coach decide what events you do?
Yes and no. I mean, here we all train everything, unless you're like physically incapable of doing one because of an ailment. But it depends on where you go, I guess. But yeah, here you will train all 4 events. Whether you compete all 4, whether you compete 0, you'll train all of them.
Where I went before, it was kind of like, I don't know, your freshman year, you try out 4 events. If like you keep trying it, if they're really like, all right, that's just not gonna happen. Focus on these 2 events. Like there's a handful of people that were like, okay, we can do bars and beam, or you do these 3 events, but it depends on where you go and what you're capable of. But like, it's more, I would say ultimately, it's like coach's discretion. So don't just come to a college and be like, well, I don't like bars, so I'm just not gonna really try hard. And
Don't say that.
yeah, so it's really not your decision, in my opinion.
How much harder is it on your body to compete, like, more than what you would in JO?
it's hard, but also not.
And worth it.
Yeah, like that doesn't really help at all. But like, in the beginning, you're kind of like, wow, like I'm doing this every weekend. This is really tough. And then like,
You get in such a groove.
yeah, you get in a like groove and it like works and whatever. And then you have a bye week and you're like, well, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like, why am I like not doing something? Like, why aren't we competing? Like now we just have to like practice longer and it's annoying. And so you like get used to it. And honestly, like it's so much maintenance during season that like you're not doing so much in the gym. You're just trying to like keep up things. So when you compete, it's like that's like not that bad.
Kind of just like go with the flow is what I was saying too. Like if you're focusing on the fact like, oh my god, we have to meet every weekend, and like, okay, you're only gonna be thinking about that and not like doing what you need to be doing. So just
And
kind
they're
of
fun.
They are fun.
yeah.
Very fun.
Believe it or not, competing's fun.
Another question.
I think that is the biggest thing from going to club to college is that by the time you get to be a junior and senior in club, like you still love gymnastics, but it's like it's so monotonous and you've been doing it over and over again that when you come to college, you just fall in love with the sport all over again because everything's so fresh and new and it's very nice. It's good. thing to be a part of. Yes.
Was it like hard, like going from like being with your parents, like being on your own?
Lexi?
Sorry, I'm eating. Yeah, it's a little different. I mean, I talk to my parents like almost every day. So, I mean, it's just like adjusting to it, I guess, just being on your own. But the first couple weeks were the hardest. But after that, I mean, you kind of get used to like life here, and you're so busy all the time that I haven't really had time to kind of be homesick. But there are like times during the year, like I'm from Illinois, so like I can drive back. Like next weekend I'm going home, and like they're coming the weekend after that and visiting. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously is an adjustment, like you've been with them your whole life, and then all of a sudden they're just not there. But I'm a senior, and I still call my mom every single day, and we just talk. Like I just recommend calling whenever you can. Like if you're walking to class, just call your parents and be like, hey, like what's up? Like just it'll make you feel so much better. And FaceTime is the best invention.
It really helps like having your team that like makes like kind of fills in that family aspect. And
The hardest thing for me, like this sounds so stupid, but like every time I came home from practice, my mom would make me dinner and we'd talk for like at 30 minutes. And so like not coming home to my mom making me dinner was awful in the beginning, and like a home cooked meal, like you miss it a lot. But like now, like I went from living in the dorms last year, I'm living in a house right now, and like I have to come home and I'm dead exhausted and make myself food. That's the last thing I want to do. And so you get used to like figuring out how to do all that, and you're kind of like, Mom, where are you? Like, please. And like, it sucks sometimes, but like you get used to it, and it works. It's part of your routine.
How much have your routines like changed throughout college and like from JO to college?
Not at all. Well, you're talking about gymnastics routines?
Yeah.
no no turns on floor.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
that's
turns on floor. Let's see. It depends on who you are. Like my whole bar routine is new since being at college. I didn't do any of the skills that I do. I also couldn't do anything in bars and clubs. That's besides the point. So like, it just depends on when you get there what you're gonna do. For the most part, you probably have like 5,000 skills in your back pocket that you can do. So if you can change your routine up, that's great. But for the most part, yeah, you do the skills that you're most consistent at and are gonna
Put up your best
do the
routine.
best. Yeah.
And like you don't, like we all know, you don't need to like do anything better than starting from a 10 up. So it's like you just do things that you can like. If you could stick the dismount, do that dismount.
Whatever
Yeah,
you can
like-
get least induction too. Yeah.
Yes.
Is it like scary, like if you fall and stuff, does everyone get like really mad?
Depends on the meet. It's regionals and you're first.
Mad is the
Sorry.
Do you want me to answer that question? People aren't mad at you. Mad is completely the wrong word. Frustrated a little bit, yes, because like you're like you spent so much time doing this, and like you want everyone to do so well. So it's like you're almost mad at yourself because you're like, what could I have done to help them do better? So you're never mad at your teammate unless they're like throwing themselves all over the place and not trying. Then you might be a little mad, but you feel for them. You're there to pick them up when they fall, and just know that.
They have your back.
Yeah, we
Like the next
always have
row
our
have
teammates
your
back, but the next person up, can't affect you, and you just need to get up and do your routine because now it's that much more important.
You're never gonna get off an event. Your teammate's gonna be like, "Well, you ruined everything." that's never gonna happen. And, like, they might be like, you honestly like you get off the event, you're just like,
You'll feel
"Why
worse.
did I do that?"
You'll feel worse than anyone else is gonna feel.
Yeah, no,
It's
and
almost
like
like a good moment
yeah.
for the next person. Some
Exactly.
people, like, someone falls before me and it's like, okay, I got your back, don't worry, like, I'm gonna help you out by not counting this fall.
exactly, and that's where all the team stuff comes in.
And that is the biggest thing you'll learn in college. I remember my freshman year, senior night was the first time I fell on beam, and I was first up, and I was like, oh my goodness, I just ruined this for everyone. And then the next 5 people hit behind me, and I just started crying because I was so happy. It's like, you've experienced that too, yeah? And it's just something that, obviously you're all on a team, and like you just care about each other so much, and you trust each other so much that when that happens, then everyone hits after you, you're like, oh my gosh, like it's that realization that everything's going to be okay. It's
Yeah.
crappy feeling to fall, but a pretty good feeling afterwards to see all that happen.
Yeah, no one likes to fall.
When your fall doesn't count, you're just like, yeah.
Yes.
How hard is it to stay in the lineup every week and like compete for being in the lineup?
So we talked about this a couple times, but with lineups, it's the best 6 girls on that event, and that's what you want to be up there. If you're not on there that week, that's fine. You just have to keep training to get on there, but I don't know, you can't like get mad about that stuff.
Yeah.
You just have to be like, okay, well, she has the best routine. That's good. Like we're gonna have the best score with that then, you know. So it's really, which we know with like Region 5 is the team aspect, and it's so much different, so much better in college because it just means so much more.
And like, don't take it personally by any
Yeah.
means. Like, if a coach is like, this week, like, so and so's gonna go in over you because like their hit percentage this week was better. It's not a diss to you.
It's like
just
good. It's like okay, great.
It means
Like,
that your
everyone
team is gonna do
prepared,
so much better, and like maybe it's good for you because you could get a break on your body. Like I don't know, there's so many factors, and like it sucks, but like ultimately, what's best for the team is what's best for the team, and that's like an adjustment you make.
Yeah, and people aren't going to remember that you didn't compete beam that weekend. They're going to remember that your team won the meet.
Exactly.
You know?
Right. It's a good takeaway.
Yes.
Like how hard is it transitioning from coaches you've been with like your whole life to like brand new coaches?
This is really
That's
good.
a really good question.
So I've been with the same coach my entire life, and then I came here and I was like, not here. I came to the other school and I was like, well, you're not Shannon. and the biggest thing with that, I like had to keep an open mind, which I forgot to do a lot, and like I found myself getting in a lot of trouble with that because like I would just like shut down and like they don't know what they're talking about. But like I think being really open with them and like telling them what works and what doesn't, like you should know like this drill helps me, or like if you tell me, or I always forget like on my series on beam that I gotta straighten my arms, or like just the little things, like communicating with them is the biggest thing because like they haven't known you your whole life. Like you just have to be really open and like communicative.
Yeah.
Yeah. With what you like, what you don't like, but also being open with them, knowing like how they are a coach and how they do things. But
Yeah,
I
there's a lot
had
of
a real culture shock with that. So I was like,
It was huge for me too.
yeah.
Because I came from a gym with Russians as head coaches. Wow. Going from like that to like American college coaches, it was like, whoa. Like, literally, like this person, this new coach knows nothing like about it. They know your skills, but like if you get really like mental before a series, like, and someone walks in front of the beam and someone does that, they're like, why'd you fall? And you're, well, they walked in front of the beam. Like, how are they supposed to know that? And so it's like those things that like
You forget that they don't.
exactly.
It's learning on both ends your entire career. Like Bev's still learning things about me, I'm still learning things about her, and it's just a lot of open communication and not being afraid to respectfully say something, be like, oh, I don't like when people do this, I like when people do this, and it's all just a learning experience, and you'll learn more about your teammates, and they'll learn more about you and your coaches, and
It's college.
It's- learning.
Just
forever
going with the
evolving
flow
learning
is what I
styles.
was-
every day.
Did your like diet change at all, or like was it hard keeping up with like college food?
Well, at my first school, there was a lot more restrictions on eating, and I learned a lot. Like, I didn't really pay attention to what a carb was, and then I did. But, I mean, I also learned to eat lunch. I don't know, you just kind of, there's a nutritionist probably at most of the schools we would be going to, and I think meeting up with them and learning how to eat and when to eat, because, like, especially as a freshman, like, just figuring out your schedule, like, oh, well, I didn't have time to eat, but you have to make time. Just figuring out when you can and how you can, I think you just have to learn what's best for you. But, yeah. Being fueled is really important, because if you're not, then your practice is going to suck. But
There's like a lot of like tempting things in the dining hall, and like
oh, yeah,
you're gonna like see pizza every day. You're gonna be like, but like you know what I mean? Like you make that distinction of like you can eat pizza and get great scores in practice and do great. Like by all means, eat the pizza. But like you just have to like pick and choose and whatever, and like
learn what's best for you.
exactly.
like here, I wouldn't say that we don't have restrictions here. Like Bev doesn't like sit over our shoulder and watch what we eat all the time. It's just obviously we make healthy choices and whatnot. We have a great nutritionist, but like I wouldn't say think like were you like shocked when you came here? Like, oh my god, like food's changing.
Not really.
Yeah.
I just like you realize like what's gonna make you feel good.
Yeah.
Like you don't have your mom to be like, Mom, can you make me this? And like the dining hall is weird, but like once you like live in a house, you can make what you want, and so it's like more normal.
This is like kind of relating to like the coaches thing, but like how easy is it to like transition to a brand new like team and like the girls that you like aren't familiar with and stuff?
I can say for me, I just did this recently, in June, July, because I just transferred here, and honestly they made it so easy for me, because like, I don't know, I'm so thankful for it, but especially me, and they made me very happy, but I don't know, they just have my back and they really care. But I think, I don't know, your team is like your backbone, and really utilize them to like form great relationships with everyone on the team. Doesn't matter if like I don't know, if you guys have similarities or differences, it doesn't matter. Just like understanding that everyone's different, and you're all doing this for the same thing. You all are almost living the same lives, and you have the same goals about so, I think, in the team aspect, but I don't know. Yeah, I think it's
I'd say coming in right away, like we all bonded pretty well and we all get along, like as a team, and especially as like a freshman class, there's 5 of us, so we make up like a big part of the team. But like I'm with them every single day, and we're literally hanging out every single like second of the day, and we're always together. So like it's just like a huge support system that we have, and like we help each other with everything, and like if someone needs something, like there's always someone there to like help you, I guess.
Yeah, season always helps.
Mm-hmm.
That was like for me, like I came in here and like I knew everyone pretty well, but then season comes and it's like it's not like forced trust per se, but it's like literally like you're getting like it just moves so much quicker. And so you start to get to know people just from like being with them, traveling, and like being in like a competition, like high pressure setting.
It's just like learning, also in regards to like team thing, like learning what people like, what they don't like, how to deal with them when they're having a bad day, or like how just learning who they are is really important, I think. So I would be open-minded in regards to going to college and being with 14, 12, however many new girls, and just being open and like forming great relationships with them, because it'll really help you throughout your years.
Yes.
Do you guys do a lot of team bonding stuff?
So far, we talked with the other group too that these first few weeks of school are hard because we had 5 home football games in a row, so we had 5 weekends of recruits. So it's hard to do anything as a team when we have recruits. On Friday we went to the cider mill, which was really fun, and then we had our team retreat, and we'll like do more things moving forward throughout the season. But yeah, it's like pretty like us initiated. Like Bev will start some things, but like it's up to us to like do things as a team. It's not like you guys will be here at this time on this day. It's more like, can we all do? No forced fun.
That's fun. Then.
No. Yeah.
Like your first day, did you get like really lost going to your class?
Yes, still do. I think a lot of people with like their classes, they'll try to before their first day, they'll try to like walk around campus and find that. Or find your buildings and whatnot before, so I would suggest doing that. And also, Google is amazing.
Yeah.
It has
Maps. Use Google
maps.
Maps.
Like I Google every building, and it's gotten me to them every time. And I probably look like an idiot, like walking through like this, but like, yeah. And I'm sure like all the campuses that you're going to will probably have the same thing. But finding the address or like just looking on, they always have like a building directory. It's amazing. It does wonders. Thank you, Google.
I feel like lots of campuses too like seem a lot bigger than they really are.
Yeah.
Like Michigan's big, but it also is very condensed.